But a shock in the F1 world this morning after Red Bull sacked its high-profile and very successful team principal Christian Horner. He spoke this morning as well to former colleagues about how he was told.
Moving forward from after this gathering, I will still remain employed by the company, but operationally the baton will be handed over. And that obviously is a job, obviously to myself.
So he says it was unexpected. Joining us live now, P1 with Matt and Tommy podcast host Matthew Gallagher. Matthew, thanks for your time this morning. So he was cleared, and you've got to get a sense that this is why, but he was cleared from those investigations, and it comes mid-season, which seems odd. Why do you think this decision was done now?
Well, firstly, thanks for having me on. It's been shockwave news in the Formula One community. It's something I don't think any of us expected, especially in the middle of the season, as you say. This is a team principal that has been in charge of the team since 2005, since they literally started racing in Formula One. And for him to be dropped halfway through the season, it kind of tells you everything you need to know, that it's not all happy. And, as you said, it was cleared and everything seemed as if we'd kind of moved on, or at least, the team had moved on. But dropping him mid-season, the team have been struggling. It tells you a lot more than maybe what meets the eye.
Okay, so you think there's more to it? As someone who studies the sport and everything that goes around it, do you suspect there's more to it?
There could be, whether it's to do with Christian Horner and his actions himself, or it might be the whole Max Verstappen politics of where he is going to go. It might be a last hurrah from Red Bull to try and save Max, to not move to Mercedes or Aston Martin, as has been rumoured over the last few months. So it could well be that. I think there are a lot of unanswered questions, because a lot of people are also saying that perhaps Horner has gone because Verstappen has already left and we just don't know about it. So there's plenty of politics at play for sure. But to drop Horner mid-season when Red Bull are already in trouble with their car, especially their second car as well, it just doesn't make much sense at the moment.
Yeah, and, he's rebuilt before. Horner, he's been so successful. Will he just get picked up by another team?
It's hard to tell. It feels as though the PR around Horner and being linked to Ferrari was accelerating over the last few weeks. Whether that was a play because he knew that he was going to be showed the exit, it remains to be seen. But, I mean, he is an extremely successful team principal, don't get me wrong. His reputation has been tarnished over the last 18 months or so due to everything that went on.
Yeah.
But at the same time, he is going to, of course, be a target, I think, for especially the smaller teams. But will he take that, or would he only look at the Ferraris of this world?
I mean, he was such a character too. We see that in Drive to Survive, and even in the races, the main races too, dry but ruthless and determined. Who replaces that? How do you replace that?
Yeah, as you say, he's a heavyweight of the Formula One paddock. Lauren Mekes has taken over as CEO, who was previously at Racing Bulls. So he at least knows the team somewhat, but it is a massive gap to fill. As I said, he's won, I think, 8 drivers' championships, 6 constructors. It is a really difficult role to fill, especially immediately. You've got the new regulations coming next year where Red Bull aren't really tipped to be that quick anyway. It's not looking great, and that's why we're now questioning, where does Max go?
Matthew Gallagher, good to talk to you this morning.